Welcome to the Biomimicry Ecotone show, episode 11. And I'm very glad to present Gamma as my co-host and Billy Biology, our guest tonight.
My name is Gamel Tesvanda, otherwise known as Gamma for short.
I came across Janine's book and it completely changed my entire outlook on everything. I told myself I would never go back to school after architecture school, never again. But for biomimicry, I was like, okay, I'll make an exception.
For biomimicry is the only course I ever did where I didn't want to graduate. Immersions in different biomes of the world. And those moments, they were better than any holiday I have ever taken in my life. So, what were some of your most memorable moments during your biomimicry course?
Just learning how much information is in poop was a big revelation. So I always talk about poop whenever I'm talking. Before I even got to the program, I'd done a lot of traveling wherever you are and having an understanding of world citizenship, how people are completely different, but also simultaneously completely the same. Costa Rica was amazing. Hawaii has a special place in my heart. For the show, for Little Giants, we got to, do more traveling. We were in Thailand. I got to go to Madagascar, Mexico. We were in South Africa.
And for doing the research and trying to understand who Billy is, and I got into the Little Giants, and then I started to see this. And now he's smelling the blood of the of this little lizard that is just, and sometimes you even taste it, it seems like.
Billy, what is that guy tasting there?
This is my good friend of more than 10 years, Bradley Trevor Grieve. He's a wildlife expert. I was coming to the show from more of a technical and creative, and biomimetic background. He was coming to the show more as an expert in biology. Throughout the whole series, essentially the two of us looking for these really small organisms in these very remote, interesting places, because there's either been some myth around their biology, or there's some legend that people know of, or some kind of interesting fact. And so we're going to look to see if those facts are true. And so we've heard that the giant horned lizard, it has these amazing adaptations, one of them being that it shoots blood from its eyes when it feels threatened, which is what you're seeing right there. The other thing is that the blood itself, because of the types of ants that this lizard eats, its blood has a bitterness and toxicity to it. When you're holding an animal that doesn't know you, especially for a show, you want to be very cognizant of the anxiety levels of the animal, right? If you stress out certain animals too much, they could die. Even the disgusting things, the cockroaches, right? The mice, all of these things still have a beauty to just existing. It's important for us to tap back into that appreciation. I've always had a passion around space exploration. The innovations that come from exploring space and exploring the stars have led to a lot of things that have helped society. For me, there's this Venn diagram of, astrobing, space, biomimicry, and the futurism part has a lot to do with the work that I've done as a designer, creating experiences to connect people to each other. How do we design for equitable and sustainable futures through biomimicry and through this interesting connection to space exploration? How do these three things relate to each other? How do they influence each other? And how can they be combined or intersected to create things that will help people? The chip that is in our phones that allows us to have cameras in our phones came out of space exploration. Everyone who has a cell phone has, 12 plus technologies that were built from exploring space. There's a lot of things that have been created for space that were inspired by nature. So when you see astronauts and you see they have that gold helmet, that they pull down to prevent UV radiation, from getting in their face and, blinding them, affecting their sight and all these other things. When you see that gold visor go down, that was actually inspired by scientists studying the eyes of hawks and other raptors. In the eyes of hawks, they have this little oil droplet that covers their eyes and filters out UV. It's this intersection of how do we improve the human condition for those traveling throughout the galaxy, and how do we also improve the human condition for people here on Earth? And at the end of the videos, for whatever reason, I would just say, Billy Biology to kind of close it out. I don't refer to myself as Billy Biology. It's more of the end result of kind of just trying to communicate these videos. So I just wanted to clarify that. There's no alter ego. It's just Billy.
Thank you. So how biomimicry can bring a new element or different elements into this imagination in this storytelling part that you work very often?
So now when I go outside, that's how I see a tree, right? I see capillary action. I see chemistry, changing energy into light, right? I see all of these potentials. I see all of these problems that are solved in the world outside my window. All of these solutions that are yet to be applied. We can have more of what we produce complement and be a part of the nature that we are also a part of.
Your favorite organism?
Part of the reason why I love elephants is the role that they play in an ecosystem. I think elephants are the ultimate CEOs because they are ecosystem engineers. They literally create pathways for other organisms to travel, to access resources. They travel miles, they eat some fruit or some seeds from one location, they travel miles, and as they're pooping, their poop is fertilizing those seeds. Science is about curiosity, observation, and testing a hypothesis. Those three things are not exclusive to any type of civilization throughout time. Every culture has scientists that have been doing these things.
Let's talk about your favorite biomimicry innovation.
My go-to is Velcro. Chances are they know what Velcro is.